Hi guys, I am back again today with another HelloFresh video, and this one today is going to be shrimp and zucchini ribbons, and that's going to come with a basil oil over rice, jasmine rice. And once again, this is a relatively easy recipe. Most of them are. It gives you the full details on the back. And it also in this little box tells you extra things that you need that you should already have in your household, such as you should always have olive oil on hand, butter. I have 1.5 cups of water here for my rice. I have a mixing bowl. I have my peeler and zester, which you will need for this recipe. And I have another container because I'm going to need to melt the butter in the microwave, salt and pepper, and then obviously you need your stove with your pot and your pans. And again, so this one comes in your bag with the label always on it, and here's what the shrimp came in. So the most important thing you want to do is you want to make sure that there's no rips or tears or anything in any of the stuff that you get. You want to make sure that it's all well packed, because if it's not, I wouldn't use it. So I'm going to show you what comes in the bag. So we have 2 zucchinis because I am doing this for 4-person serving size. You have scallions, and again they give you 2 bags since it's for 4. They give you 2 things of basil oil. You see right there. Let me focus that. There we go. And don't be worried, it is a little solidified because it's been in the fridge. But if you just let it sit out for a little bit, it will melt. Oops. They have chili flakes right there. You have 2 lemons. You have your jasmine rice in this pack. And this is, as you can see, a 1/2 cup of rice. And on the index card, it does tell you for 2-person. So if you were doing 2-person, you would just do 1 package. But since I'm doing 4-person meals, you use both the packs. And that's the contents of the box. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash all of my produce, and I'm also going to rinse off the shrimp and then put it onto a paper towel so it can be patted dry, and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I just want to show you again what the shrimp will look like. So not only is it wrapped in the paper wrap, but it is in a completely sealed packaging like that. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to want to drain that into a strainer and just rinse it off real quick to get any excess stuff off of the shrimp. So that way it's nice and clean when you're ready for it. Alright guys, so I got everything all nice and washed. I have my shrimp resting on a paper towel so it can dry out. Also, I went ahead, just so it goes faster, I rinsed my bottles under some hot water, so that loosened it up. So now it's more of an oil, it's not solidified. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the first step, which is doing the rice. Alright guys, so the first step what we're going to do is we're going to cut our scallions. And again, you're going to separate the white part from the green part. You want those always to be separated. And so I'm just going to show you how to do that real quick. Cut off the ends because you don't want to eat that, and you just want to pretty much chop it down the middle, so that way you can cut your white parts and your green parts. So what you want to do is you want to just line them up together and run your knife right down like that. Okay, so that's the size you want, and I'm gonna chop all of that up and I will show you what the next step is. Alright guys, so I have this all chopped up. I have my whites right here and I have my greens right here. What you're going to do is just keep your greens to the side because you're just going to use that to garnish the dish at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a pot and we're going to melt 1 tablespoon of butter over medium-high heat, and we're going to add those scallion whites to that, and we're going to cook them till it's just about soft. So I'm going to go ahead and just start that. Alright guys, as you can see, I have melted my butter and I have added my scallion whites in there. And again, you just want to cook that until it's pretty tender, so about 1 minute. Just make sure you evenly distribute throughout the pot. And then once that is cooked, we are going to add our rice, and we're going to stir that in for about another minute or two and then add the water. Make sure you reduce your heat to a low temperature, and then you're going to cook the rice for about 15 to 18 minutes until all the water is absorbed. So I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, the next step is to add the rice, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just like that. Make sure you stir that. Just like that. And then you're just going to add your water. Again, I have 1.5 cups here for the recipe. Give it another quick stir. So that's what it should be right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that to a boil, then you're going to lower the heat, put the cover on, and let it continue cooking for another 15 to 18 minutes until it's done. Alright guys, so the next step is we're going to do our zucchini ribbons. Again, this is very easy, but you want to make sure you have your peeler. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cut off the ends of the zucchini, and you can discard that because you don't need it. And make sure you have your bowl because you want to get it into a bowl. And you're just going to take the peeler and you're just going to create little ribbons. Make sure you turn the zucchini as you're doing this. And you're going to want to just peel it until you get to the seeded core. After that, you don't want to peel that part. You could just throw it away. So I'm going to do that and I will be right back. Alright guys, this is what the zucchini ribbons should look like. Just like that. So we're going to just, these don't get cooked, just so you know. They stay raw like that, which is why it's important to make sure you clean it and wash it thoroughly. And I'm going to show you the next step, which is going to be marinating it. Alright guys, so the next step is we're going to zest your lemons, and we're going to then quarter them as well. And once we zest the lemon, we're going to add that into the bowl with the zucchini ribbons. We're going to season it with salt and pepper and squeeze in the lemon juice, and then basically just leave it to the side so it can marinate. And you're also going to add your basil oil. So I'm going to get this zested and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I have my lemon zested, and you're only going to want to put half of that into the bowl because the other half is what you're going to garnish the dish with, as well as the scallions. So they also just want you to quarter your lemon. Very simple, just cut it in half and then cut those halves in halves. So that's exactly what you want. You just want wedges like that. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our bowl right here. And again, we're gonna only add half of the zest, right like that. Get a little bit more in there. We're gonna season it with salt and pepper. Sorry guys. Let me get that back in focus. Okay. Alright, and we're gonna put the pepper in. And what we're gonna do is we're going to add in those 2 bottles of the basil oil. Just pour that right in there. That smells really, really good. And then you're just going to take some tongs and just toss that together. Also, take your lemon wedge and you're gonna want to just squeeze that in there. I like to do it with the wedge facing up because that way it'll prevent any seeds from falling into it. And again, you want to squeeze this to taste. So depending on how much, you can use all of the wedges or you can use 2 of them. I want to really be able to taste the basil oil, so I'm not going to put too much. So that's what it should look like. It should be fully coated in that marinade. And we're just going to leave that on the side and continue to the next step, which would be cooking the shrimp. Alright guys, next step after marinating, you're going to want to, like I said, you're going to want to make sure your shrimp is all rinsed off. Put it on a paper towel, pat it down until it's dry. And you just want to liberally season it with salt and pepper. Remember, seasoning is very important with everything. And the most simple part next is we're just going to cook the shrimp. And again, shrimp does not take long to cook at all, guys. It takes about maybe 3 minutes to cook. You just want to cook it until it turns a nice light pink opaque color, and then it's done. You don't want to cook it any more than that, or else it's going to get rubbery and hard, and nobody likes to eat rubbery shrimp. So I'm going to do that step and I'll show you what's next. Alright guys, so in the meantime, while my olive oil and butter is heating up in the pan, another thing they want you to do is you're going to make like a little sauce that you drizzle over the dish, and they want you to take butter. So this is 2 tablespoons of butter, and you're going to microwave that until it melts. Then you're going to squeeze in some more lemon and season it with salt and pepper, and that's as simple as the sauce goes. It's nothing really over the top. It's just a little extra flavoring. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I've added my shrimp to my pan, and again, you're gonna want to just cook it until it starts to turn a light pink color. And once all of them are like that, take it off the heat because it's done. So I'm gonna finish that and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright guys, I cooked off my shrimp and I just want to show you, this is the color that it should be, a nice pink opaque color. Show that more. I just don't want it to drip. But that's what it should look like. Now I'm going to show you how to plate it. Doesn't really matter what plate you have, but you just want to have a plate or bowl. And what you're going to do first is you're going to take the rice that you cooked, and that's what it should look like. You want to place that on the bottom of your bowl like that. Not too much. You don't want to put too much on the plate. You're going to put it like that. And then you're going to take the zucchini ribbons that we did, and make sure when you're taking it out, you want to try and get as much of the excess marinade off as you can, because you don't want to make the rice all soggy. Just let that drip off and plate that right on there. Try and loosen up the strips a little bit so it should be able to see it under the shrimp like that. Then we're going to take our shrimp, we're just going to put that right on top. There we go. Just like that. And remember I told you I was going to make a little sauce. So that's it right there. You literally just want to drizzle a little bit right on top. Not too much, because this is your lemon butter is basically what it is. Just like that. And for the final step, you just want to garnish it. Remember they say you can put the chili flakes on there if you like. It's optional. You don't have to put it on there if you don't want to. If you don't really like spicy. I'm just going to put very little amount right on top. You're going to take the green part of the scallions that we saved, garnish it like that, and a little bit of that lemon zest. And there you go. That is your shrimp with basil oil, zucchini strips, and rice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment down below, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!